Hi, it's Tanae from Red Lipstick at Home, and today I'm going to be talking about an older movie called Soul Plane. Now, if you know this movie, you know that it was dragged through the mud, and people were made fun of for actually being in this movie because it was so bad, and people just made fun of the movie. It's the butt of jokes, and it's a punchline, and but the one of the good things about it is that there are a lot of people in this movie who are celebrities who went into the movie as a celebrity and now are even bigger celebrities. For example, Kevin Hart is the star of this movie. So I'm the type of person who likes to see the good in everything. I always say make lemonade, which means when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that means when things are bad, always try to see the good in any situation. So this movie that's been dogged out for a decade or more, it does actually have some good stuff in it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about the things that I enjoyed about the movie. It's going to be a short list, but and this is going to be a quick video. So here we go. I like the fact that Deshaun, played by Kevin Hart, did not blow his money on something stupid. He won a lawsuit and he won $100,000 in $100 million in a lawsuit against a plane, an airline, and he spent his money on creating his own airline. So I thought that was a great thing to do. Also, he saw a need and filled a need. So he had this terrible experience on his plane ride. So and he didn't even recognize some of the food that they were serving. So he saw that as a need. He created his own airline in the way that he would like to travel. So I thought that was a great idea. He didn't blow his money on what his cousin wanted him to do, which was a daycare slash strip club. But he did something that had purpose and would have give value to people. The second thing was that he was dressed really classy and nice when he won the lawsuit, and he had his own airline. He wasn't dressed in jeans and sneakers and trying to buy all the Jordans and everything. When he went to work at the airport to ride on his plane for their first flight, he had on a nice suit and button-down shirt. So I thought that was a nice, classy way to represent someone with new money. Also, he was very down to earth. As he was walking through the airport, he was speaking to everyone. Of course, he was flirting with the women, and he was flirting with regular looking women too. So that was kind of cool as well. He was flirting with the women, telling them that they look nice and trying to tell them who he was, and just saying hello to everyone as he walked through the airport. So he was still down to earth, even though he was a multi-millionaire in this movie. The next thing is that the first class section of the airplane was so beautiful. It had the white leather seats and the very sleek contemporary furniture, and they served really nice food, filet mignon, lobster, and I can't remember what the other option was, but it was very nice and classy food for first class, and they had champagne. And then also the people in business class. So they had a first class section, a business class section, and then the ratchet section, which I'm not going to talk about because I'm only talking about the good things. So the business class section had business people in it. They were dressed really nicely. They had on suits and dresses and ties and all that. So they were dressed very classy and appropriate and professional for the business class area. And then finally, the last thing that I actually liked about this movie is Snoop Dogg, who played the pilot. He was a good actor in this movie. This was not an Academy Award winning contender or anything like that. Like the movie wasn't, but Snoop Dogg's acting was really good for someone who is known to be a rapper. That he could have played this role very robotic and been unbelievable, or it could have just been bad acting, but he was very natural in the role. And even though the role is probably really close to the way he actually behaves in real life, a bad actor can still mess that up. Even if they're behaving the way that they normally do, it could just come out robotic and just bad. But I thought his acting was really good in this movie. So those are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the 6 things that I actually liked about this movie. Always, always, always just give things a chance. And because I wasn't going to watch this movie, I think I saw it before a really long time ago. I think I fell asleep on it and I didn't really remember it, but I do remember that it's a punchline and a butt of jokes and everything. So I wanted to watch it again and see what I could find that was actually good about the movie. So I'm not going to talk about how it was gross, disgusting, ratchet, uncouth. I'm not going to talk about any of those things because I did find some good things about it. Oh, and I laughed out loud probably 10 times during this movie. So it did have some laughable moments. A lot of it wasn't really funny, but I did actually find myself laughing out loud about 10 times. So there were some high notes to this movie. So I would not recommend watching it. I'm so sorry. It's not a good movie. But it did have, I always want to see what I do like about it. So I did find those few things very appealing and positive about the movie. I would not recommend it, but they still had some nice elements for people to actually enjoy and appreciate. That's it. I will see you next week. This is Tanae, Red Lipstick at Home, where I watch movies that are streaming online. I actually watched this one on Amazon Prime. It's still streaming on Amazon Prime right now. And if you do want to check it out, or if you actually watched it before and you love the movie or it's a classic of yours, it's streaming on Amazon Prime right now. So have a good one, and I will see you next week. Bye.